In nearly every study conducted on the effects of loneliness and isolation, there are references to the emotional toll and health dangers that arise from being disconnected from others. This was also referenced in the 2023 report from the Office of the Surgeon General titled Our Epidemic of Loneliness and Isolation. These health dangers are certainly true, but at no point in any of these studies is there a detailed analysis of how the effects of loneliness and isolation stem from being disconnected from your true, authentic self. In fact, none of the studies or suggested solutions to this epidemic of loneliness reference how to connect with and trust in the guidance of your true, authentic self. Without connecting with and trusting your true, authentic self, nothing you try and accomplish externally to make yourself feel loved and connected to others will matter. So, this leaves us with an important question. How do you go about connecting with and trusting your true, authentic self? In episode 4, we will answer this question and much more.
Hi, I'm Joanie Marx. I'm a 3-time international best-selling author and the creator of 3 acclaimed online courses for Udemy.com. And before that, with only $20 and a ball of string, I started a multi-million-dollar consumer product company. I've also enjoyed 3 decades in Hollywood as a character actor, brand spokeswoman, and independent producer. Like millions of others, I too have felt the pain of loneliness, none more so than after the death of my husband, Joe. How did I overcome this? By learning to love myself unconditionally. This 8-part mini-series is based on my new book, Finding True Love After 50. Together, they are the culmination of all I've learned about creating your ultimate dream life after 50 through the power of true love. To get this episode started, I want to start with the question, who and what is your true authentic self? When you are battling the devastating effects of loneliness, as I did after my husband Joe died, if you do not have a means to process your emotions in a healthy way, the journey to healing can be haunting and grueling. Instead, open yourself up to trust yourself by reuniting with your true authentic self. Your true authentic self is your inner voice, who speaks to you with love, encouragement, and offers infallible guidance. It is a voice you have heard every day of your life, but it is also a voice you may have grown to distrust as you learn to rely on your inner critic. I'm not going to sugarcoat anything here and tell you trusting my own process and following the guidance of my true authentic self was easy for me. It has been a hard, emotionally bumpy journey. There were many unexpected twists and unpleasant turns along the way. But no matter how difficult it has been, learning to love and trust myself along the way more than makes up for those less than enjoyable moments. What helped me was having a daily practice of journaling and learning how to mindfully connect with my true authentic self. Being alone with your emotions and thoughts is not being lonely. Most people think it is, but to be alone in quiet and without distractions, what that allows you is that in that solitude, you're able to truly learn and hear what your true authentic self has to say to you. When you are battling the effects of loneliness and isolation, the importance of rest and the healing power of silence are magnified. Your inner critic, however, does not sit quietly in silence, nor does it advocate rest. But your true authentic self encourages taking long periods of time alone with your thoughts. Rediscovering true love in my life and overcoming my challenges with loneliness would not have been possible without sufficient silence and rest. Seeking therapy is something I highly recommend. But as important as therapy can be, scheduling extended moments of silence and observing your thoughts is where the real inner work and healing takes place. I want to share with you 4 steps to observe your own thoughts. When you are under intense emotional pressure, such as when loneliness sets in, observing your thoughts and connecting with your true, authentic self is essential. Observing your thoughts is not about overthinking. It's about bringing thoughts you usually would overlook to the surface of your conscious awareness. This is a tried and true process that I have personally used for many years. I also share this in my book, Finding True Love After 50. Utilizing this 4-step process, coupled with my daily journaling, helped me learn how to mindfully listen to my thoughts and learn to trust my true, authentic self.
4 steps to observing your thoughts. Number 1, slow down. You cannot observe your thoughts if you are constantly on the go. The process of listening to what your thoughts are saying begins with creating more time in your day to slow down and quiet your mind. From this space, you can more easily tune into the false stories your inner critic is telling you and more easily hear the loving guidance of your true, authentic voice. Perhaps even more challenging than slowing down and observing your thoughts is to remain in a quiet and comfortable place for as long as you need. This is an act of self-love because it is here that you start to learn who you truly are. Step 2, daily routines. Limiting beliefs and negative inner dialogue are easiest to hear when you are engaged in daily routines. This is where you shift from being on autopilot to becoming a mindful observer of how your mind works. To become aware of your thoughts during your regular daily activities, begin a practice of being mindful of what goes through your mind, even if you judge it as inconsequential. Why is this so important to overcoming loneliness? Because these thoughts may not only be causing you to feel lonely, unloved, and depressed, they are likely also the thoughts and beliefs that are secretly running your everyday life. Step 3, don't buy it. It's one thing to observe your thoughts, such as being aware of negative stories that your inner critic tells you is true about your life, but observing this is very different than buying into it. Limiting beliefs and negative thoughts are often conveyed through past experiences, making you believe they are unbreakable now or in the future. This plays a huge role in people feeling lonely, undervalued, and unloved. To get unstuck from the past, you must be willing to not only look at the falsehood of the story, but be willing to craft a more uplifting story to replace the outdated one. This is where journaling a new story for yourself comes in. Step 4, daily journaling. In whatever ways you choose to apply this observational process, be sure to journal your experiences with each step. Journaling provides insights into your emotional patterns and triggers by removing your inner critic from the process of distracting you. By the very nature of journaling, you are more present, which cancels out the intrusion of your inner critic. This helps you effectively tap into your emotions and connect with your true authentic self without interruptions.
In my new book, Finding True Love After 50, I share numerous examples and steps for using mindfulness to overcome negative thoughts and connect with your true authentic self. To help you integrate what you're learning in this episode, I now want to share with you what is mindful journaling.
As we age, tapping into our emotions and trusting our inner authentic self becomes increasingly more difficult if we maintain the limiting beliefs that created so much suffering earlier on in life. To open yourself up to increasing levels of love and joy in your life and overcome any challenges with loneliness, you will want to be more mindful of your emotions, thoughts, and actions. This is where mindful journaling comes in. Mindful journaling involves more than just being present when you journal. It is a transformative practice that opens the door to deeper joy, playfulness, and engagement with life after 50. By deepening your engagement with the present moment through mindful journaling, you can revitalize your day-to-day experiences, making each moment an opportunity for joy and discovery. Begin by expressing gratitude for the blessings in your life. Then reflect on your dreams and aspirations. Journal about what you are grateful for, what you have already accomplished, and what steps you can take to move closer to following the path to where the life of your dreams lives.
Can true love exist in the age of loneliness? Yes, it can. I am living proof that by loving more of yourself, you can create your best life after 50. This 8-part series and my new book are my invitations to you to open your heart and allow true love to show you the path to where the life of your dreams lives.
In episode 5 of this 8-part mini-series based on Joanie Marx's new book, Finding True Love After 50, you will discover how to win the battle against loneliness and isolation through self-love and developing healthy self-esteem. As we age, none of us want to feel lonely or isolated from others. Unfortunately, navigating life changes after 50 and confidently accessing true love is not something most of us were raised on or taught how to do. In the pages of her 4th best-selling book, Joanie Marx delivers life-altering benefits and timely insights on important topics such as creating self-love practices, developing healthy self-esteem, releasing limiting beliefs, rehabilitating your inner critic, setting healthy boundaries, being playful and laughing more often, and visualizing your dreams into reality. This is a unique book that helps you integrate what you are learning into your daily life with invigorating step-by-step processes and thought-provoking journal prompts. How can Joanie Marx help you overcome loneliness and live your best life after 50? By ordering Joanie's new book, Finding True Love After 50, subscribing to Joanie's popular YouTube channel, enrolling in Joanie's acclaimed online courses at udemy.com, and subscribing to Joanie's podcast, Finding True Love After 50, on all major podcast platforms. If you host or produce a podcast, arrange an engaging interview with Joanie by emailing her today at joanie@joaniemarx.com.